In this segment, we're going to take a look at the Convert to Curves option. And I showed this a little bit already when I was talking about text, and I'll just show what I've shown so far again. So we'll type in a name, type in my name, and then I'm going to select that object with my select tool. Now, if I chose Edit Shape Nodes right now, you'll notice that all I get is the little handles where I can move my lettering around. But I can't actually reshape the letters. There's no nodes on them. And that's where, again, if I select the object and then right-click for my secondary menu, I have the option called Convert to Curves. So I'll go ahead and choose that. And you can see right away when I choose Convert to Curves that the letters already have little sort of nodes added to them. And if I go now to choose Edit Shape Nodes, I actually have all the nodes for these letters. And if you want to, you can change the shapes of your letters. So that's Convert to Curves as it relates to a lettering object. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to delete the lettering object, and I'm going to go ahead and just create a simple shape using my shaping tool. And of course I'm now adding in nodes as I design them. So there's my nodes, there's the shape that I created, and I could easily go to Edit Shapes or Edit Nodes and change my shape. But what happens when you work with a stitch file, like a Genome Jeff file, for example? I'm going to take this simple shape and choose File and Save As. And here's my folder called Trevor's Designs, and we'll just call this, I guess, Shapes. Now, I don't want to save it as a draw file. I want to save it as a Jeff file. So this is just like the design that you're going to have purchased, or your friend has sent you, or you've downloaded from the internet, whatever. I've saved it as a Jeff file for the Genome format. And it says it's done. That's great. So okay, what I can do now is choose, let's say you wanted to start a new design and you were basing your new design on some embroidery. So I'll choose from embroidery, and I'm going to browse up to the folder that said Trevor's Designs, and we'll go into there. Now in here I have a few Jeff files that I've created, and one of them is the one that we just created called shapes.jeff. So we're going to choose that, and then I go forward with my artwork source dialog box, and I have to choose the fabric. That sounds good. It shows me the colors in case I want to reduce them, and I just choose finish. So here's the design, and very similar to the draw file that we had created. Obviously it looks exactly the same. This is the Jeff file. But what's different now is if I just click on the object to select it, and I can show you I can move the outline and the fill are two separate objects, which is great. But what I can't do if I choose on one of these and choose Edit Shape Nodes, I don't have any ability to edit the shapes of these objects. They're brought in as embroidery. An embroidery design is brought in, but it's not brought in and automatically converted into, I guess, a vector, which is then easily edited. So this is where you have the ability, if you select an object and right click on it, you can choose to Convert to Curves. And it goes ahead and it actually adds shape nodes around your object. And it adds perhaps more nodes than you would have added, but it needs to add enough nodes to be able to follow your shape. Now that I've done that, if I choose the Edit Shape Nodes, you'll see that I have shape nodes, and I could reshape this object. So if you bring in an embroidery design and you want to have the ability to somehow change the shape or modify the stitches like you created them, then that's where we have this option to create choose the tool, Convert to Curves. So that's fine. And I'll do it one more time. So this, again, if I choose Edit Objects or Edit Nodes, I have no ability to edit the shape of this object. But if I select that object, right click, choose Convert to Curves, it gives me all those shape nodes that I need. And now if I choose Edit Shape Nodes, I can easily modify the shape of that satin column. So that's Convert to Curves as it relates to text and as it relates to existing embroidery designs.